Talking Country.
You're listening to Talking Country with Paul Taylor.
Hi, welcome to my channel, Talking Country, where we'll be chatting to the stars of country music from around the world, whether it's in Nashville, Australia, UK, Ireland. You'll get it here first. If you like us, subscribe and give us the big thumbs up. Hopefully you enjoy it.
Remembering the way how you always used to kiss me, hoping that you come around to tell me that you miss me. My eyes ain't always raining every time I call. Push it fast forward cause we're stuck on pause. Maybe one day you'll be outside my door. You can call me after midnight, tell you everything is alright. Keep all my secrets safe, meet you on the corner at the usual place. Maybe now is not the right time, can be yours and you can be mine. Feels like right now, every which way we lose, but maybe someday we'll be thinking about the times and all the things we laughed at. Never say never, then we might say yes and get back. Even in a crowd I still feel alone. You're the only heart I've ever really known. Maybe there's a reason why we just can't let go. You can call me after midnight, I'll tell you everything is alright. Keep all my secrets safe, meet me on the corner at the usual place. Maybe now is not the right time, can't be yours and you can be mine. Feels like right now, every which way we lose, maybe someday we'll be maybe someday we won't understand pretending. Oh, I know I promised you that fairy tale ending. I hope you want me like I still want you. Yes, say it's true. But maybe someday we'll be You can call me after midnight, I'll tell you everything is alright. Keep all my secrets safe, tell me something nice like you miss my face. Maybe now it's not the right time, can't be yours and you can be mine. Feels like right now, every which way we lose, but maybe someday we'll be
Well, that was a brilliant single, Cool, by Twinnie, who is based in York, and she's actually on the line now. How are you doing?
I'm good, thanks, mate. How are you?
I'm doing okay. It's nice weather. I don't care now. You know, it's sunny. But you're based in York. Yeah, is that right? You're based in York?
I'm from York. I'm based in London. I split my time between York and London and Nashville.
Oh, Nashville as well. Yes, I know. But you've had a really, really big, varied career as well. But you've got a big tour coming up as well, which is so exciting. Are you excited to do it?
I am. I'm really excited and I'm nervous, but it's going to be great. And it'll be so nice to see all my fans again and see what they thought, you know, like just what's their favorite songs, which songs are connecting the most. So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited.
But you've been doing really, really well in Nashville as well, and your career's gathering momentum. I mean, Hollywood Gypsy, the album, is just phenomenal. We were just talking about it over the weekend, and a lot of my friends were going, yeah, brilliant, one of the best albums I've heard for a while, and all that kind of thing. So
that's so nice.
Yeah, it's so good. And obviously came from an acting career to start with. You've been on pretty much everything, haven't you? You've been on stage, small screen, big screen.
Yeah. Jack of all trades, master of none. Yeah, I mean, I've always done music, but obviously a few people know me from my acting career as well, which I still do. You know, I still do films and TV when I can. It's very much part of me. I mean, I grew up, you know, it being drilled into me that you have to be able to do all three. My album is called Hollywood Gypsy because I grew up on Hollywood movie musicals like Judy Garland, Fred Astaire, and all the greats, and Gypsy being very much part of my heritage. But yeah, I have such a love for singing, dancing, and acting, and I don't really separate them, like especially when it comes to like my music videos and stuff like that. So it's just another way of me expressing my art, I suppose. But with my songwriting, with me doing music, I am in charge. I am the writer, so I can write my own narrative, and I direct my own videos, so I have full control, which is amazing. And it's kind of like, you know, that's what I dreamt of being when I was as a kid. Only difference now is that I don't play a character. I am myself.
Are you a twin?
No, I was named after my Aunt Jane, and she always got the nickname Twinnie because she had a twin, but her real name was Jane Lee. So my first name is actually Twinnie Lee.
Oh, wow.
Everyone just calls me Twinnie for that. I actually mentioned that in Hollywood Gypsy, which is the title track of the album.
No, it's good. It's because a lot of people said to me, they said, "Has she got a twin? It doesn't show her on Facebook or anything like that." Well, I'll ask her the question when I actually chat with her, you know. But it is good that you're right.
Create that on social media, though.
Why don't you do the two different makeups or different hairstyles, go and get side by side, make my other half.
Twin.
Yeah, we're connected, you know. But it's good though that you're saying like you write your own music. You know, you're in control of that and control of your videos, because so many artists within any genre really now coming into the music industry are actually, you know, on the conveyor belt, and they say you must do it this way, you must do it that way, this is the way. But you very much sound as though you're doing it your own way.
I'm very strong-willed, so you know, my team would have a very hard time trying to tell me what to do, even if it was for you know, the best. It's funny you mentioned that, because there is no handbook for music. You just have to find your own way. And I don't think, because I am from the north, there was never really a scene up north. Like Nashville, you know, to go to Music City, you know, there's kind of like a hub where you can go. And I never really found that in the north. So I was very much a stage school, left home when I was 15, you know, found my first manager through theatre and all that kind of stuff. But in the pandemic, because I couldn't tour this album, I started an organization called I Know Woman, which was meant to highlight and give the spotlight to women in music, but also it includes men. That's the beauty of I Know Woman. Everyone knows a woman. And we started this because we wanted to create like a place and a home that everyone could go to, where we could help you with, this is how you get an agent, this is how touring works, this is how you get a lawyer. Because like you say, there's so many tentacles for artists, that you've got a manager, a publisher, all these people that can, you know, influence your art, I suppose. And it's so important, especially when you're starting out, that you have the right team around you. And I was very lucky starting out that I knew the right people, and I really want to make sure that people at least have access to finding those tools in order to get the best start.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, Yeah, it's kind of like a way to give back. And we put on these writing camps. We've got fundraiser shows. We're trying to standardize therapy within label and publishing deals because obviously, as you know, everybody in the pandemic struggled.
Yeah.
And especially for artists, music is the universal language that we all speak. It's the biggest healer. I want to look after the people that are making it. So it's become a real passion of mine. I'm a huge advocate for mental health, and also like we're launching music next year, so it's kind of nice to be a part of that and have a home outside of my Twinnie music, which has been so soul giving. And yeah, it's really nice to give back to other artists and songwriters.
That's great, because obviously your downtime with COVID, you've put it into good use. And where do people find the information on this? Is there a website or?
Yeah, so if you go to I Know Woman Official, there's a website. We have a fund which you can donate to, which helps like music makers, their personal well-being or financial hardship, which obviously a lot of us struggled these past 18 months. So it's great that we're getting out. So and yeah, it's home for all music makers, and I think it's really important, like you say, to have access to those tools, because you come into this business. Well, I did, and I didn't know anything, and it's called music business. So we're talking about taking it into schools, and yeah, so you can find it all online. We put on workshops, panels, writing camps. So if you want to get involved, please do check it out, or hit me up on my socials, Twinnie Official.
That's
and
brilliant.
I'll point you in the right direction.
Yeah, but one of the things that, like I was saying to you just a bit off air about the British Country Music Association and my involvement now with the interviews, is the fact that we are now doing a section on, how if somebody was coming into the industry, what's your advice for this? What's your advice? Like songwriters, how do you get your inspiration? One guy come up and said, Jimmy Ritchie from America, a great guy. He wrote for like Jay Cohen and people like that. And he said, well, I go and I spend an afternoon in Walmart and people watch, and and it's things like that. But what we're doing is we're putting workshop programs in with the BCMA for their website and YouTube channels. So it's more of an information for the members for the BCMA as well. So that's it might be something that we can link together.
Yeah, and that is awesome, because obviously knowledge is power, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I especially the last 18 months, because I knew everybody was struggling. We are so desensitized as a society to, Amy Winehouse dying, or Britney shaving her head off, or Justin Bieber having a breakdown. And I personally feel like someone along the way is responsible. And, if we can stop that and support them and put in place this system, then, I mean, I'm super passionate about helping people, and I never want anybody to feel like they don't have anyone to talk to. So, and this is a very obscure industry, you never know how a song's going to go. It's the beauty of it, and it's also the trauma of it. And creatives do tend to live on that kind of, that's where they draw their inspiration from for their heartbreak and being able to put themselves in kind of sad mindsets. So yeah, like that would be great to collaborate. We just believe in all ships can rise together and everybody can win. And I fully believe that.
I tell you one thing that comes over in abundance is your enthusiasm, and it's absolutely brilliant to see, because again, with lockdown as well, everybody's going through different. I mean, like I said to you before, I was a performer myself about 20 years doing the sorts of clubs and all that holiday camps and stuff. And it didn't affect me not singing, because I had the radio, and the radio became my therapy. So I ended up doing a lot more interviews with artists like yourselves and that, who's got the downtime and wanting just to keep chatting about their music. But equally, people were writing a lot more, because what is country music? It's about life. Well, the last 18, 19 months has been a serious amount of, questions asked about your own personality and your own well-being. And a lot of them have used the songwriting to, like Luke Combs 6 Feet Apart, you know, that kind of thing. And there's been some brilliant songs within that downtown since beginning of 2020.
Yeah, I mean, I think artists are so incredible by doing that, you know. One of my favorite songwriters, I go on about him all the time, and one day I am going to meet him in person, but Billy Joel has like that song We Didn't Start the Fire, and he talks about everything that is going on in the world. I love that song, and I think that's just what you do as an artist, isn't it? You draw from what's going on around you, with you, your community, your friends and your family, the world. So.
Yeah. So what's in the future? No, obviously we talked about the tour, and people can go onto your website to find out, you know, if there's tickets available. Isn't it start off in Leeds on Thursday?
It does. And I'm so pleased that I kick the tour off in Yorkshire. I can't tell you how happy I am about that.
Well, I'm a Lancashire lad, so I hope I get in all right.
Yeah. Please come down if you get a chance. Like the band are amazing there, so they are well worth the ticket. Yeah, we are just setting up for new music next year. I've been in Nashville for the past 6 months recording, which is awesome. And yeah, it's an exciting time. It feels like this tour is closing the end of Hollywood Gypsy. It's a chapter closed, and that means a new beginning. And I'm just super excited for what the next year has in store, and hopefully we'll be a little bit more, even more back to normal. You know, COVID will have died down completely, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
You know, and it's so funny because my mum always, before the pandemic happened, she was like, 2020, Twinnie, this is your year, 2020. And I was like, you're never. And then after the pandemic happened, I was like, you're never allowed to say that again. But I feel like this whole decade could be my decade, because it kind of works with my name. Sometimes when people say 20, anything 20, I'm like, oh yeah, and they're not even saying my name. So, but yeah, new music, new touring, probably do a Christmas show just because why not?
Why not? But the vibe, I mean,
really.
Well, said over the weekend, the Winter Gardens in Blackpool, the British Country Music Association, but it was so nice to see so many people there and smiling and having fun and just getting on with it. You know, meeting people you haven't seen for ages. You know, a couple of them was at the Buckland Boots, and it was, oh, hi, I've seen you again. And it was just so lovely just to say hi and see people you haven't seen for ages, you know.
This is a thing, like in isolation, and again, back to the mental health thing, we as humans are not meant to be alone. We are meant to be connection. It's all about connection, hence why music is so powerful, because it connects. It's amazing, really, when you think about a gig, how it can bring people together. You know, you watch that Queen concert that they did at Hyde Park, and it's like amazing, and it had more people there than like any political, you know, thing that's been gone on throughout history. And I just think it's got such a healing power, and people have really missed it. The artists have missed it, the fans have missed it. And there's just nothing like it. So I'm just buzzing to get me back on that stage.
Oh, I'll tell you what, you're just a bungle of energy, aren't you? I can't wait to see you on Thursday. Don't peak too soon. But
no, I'll try not to.
but as I say, it's been a pleasure speaking to you. I know you've got a lot of interviews to go on. I don't want to keep you too long. And just as we finish, if you can do us a liner, that would be great. And then we'll use that all the time. And hopefully I'll get to meet you on Thursday, God willing. And but good luck with the tour, good luck with the new music, and good luck obviously with everything that you're doing for musicians. And I said I'll speak to the people at BCMA who you know and see if there's something that we can actually link in with that. I think that'd
be awesome.
Well, thank you very much, Twinnie, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks, Paul.